Now, we're going to let you taste peat. Obviously, with a name like peat, there's no surprise as to what it's going to taste like. It's going to taste extremely smoky. Again, I've used mainly 6-year-old and 7-year-old whiskey. It's young, it's vibrant, it's in your face, it's absolute rock and roll. Young whiskies are becoming a trend, which is great because young whiskey is very dynamic, it's exciting, and it's affordable. Some of the older whiskies that are going around now, the 30-year-olds, the prices are ridiculous, and the consumer can't afford it. We're in a world recession. But that's not to say you can't enjoy a good single malt, because I personally like young single malts. For me, the best age of all single malt is between 15 and 20. That's total magic in that period. But on the way up there, like this one here, average age of 7 years, it's beautiful. The oak hasn't really dominated it yet. It's the spirit that's speaking. You can taste the malt. You can taste the fruit in there, and this one you can taste the smoke. So it's dynamic, it's great, it's lovely. But we drop more in my glass, it's not enough there. Colour's absolutely beautiful. That's top quality American oak cask. You don't get that sort of colour from tired casks. So we use the best casks all the time. And when the colour starts to weaken in the whiskey, we give them away. We don't even sell them. So we're very conscious about colour. Most whiskies are coloured, as you know, by the same product they use to colour Coca-Cola. That product is called E150, and you'll find that in a great deal of whiskies. Just check it out. And I think it's a great shame. There should be no additives. It's the one thing the Scotch Whisky Association should stop doing. It would help the coopering industry. It would get rid of all these old tired casks that are lying in warehouses that have been used time and time again. And as a former cooper, it breaks my heart. Because when I started coopering, there was 2,000 coopers in Scotland. Today, there's 70. Yeah, I wonder why. Because they're using casks time and time again, filling the whiskey up with this junk. Shouldn't happen. It's just a personal gripe. I thought I'd share that with you. What is in the peat? I've taken Port Charlotte, and I've taken Octomore, and I've taken Bruichladdich, and I've married them all together. So you've got lightly peated, fairly heavy peated, and Octomore is super heavy. So I've married them all together. 100% American oak, and it's just beautiful. The Bruichladdich itself, it's light and fruity. It gives that beautiful lychee, kiwi, peaches, pears. That's the style of Bruichladdich. And then with the Port Charlotte, you've got that medium peat with just a little drift, more of a drift from the bourbon cask than you do in the Bruichladdich. So it's sweet and smoky. Sorry, there's a little bit of Madeira in the Port Charlotte cask. I said it was 100%, but it's blended in there, you'd hardly notice it. And then you've got Octomore, which is a giant, 131 parts per million. It's massive. So I've married them all together, so you're getting the sweetness, the smoke, the oak, the little hint from the Madeira cask, and it's just, if you're a peatophile, and I know there's a lot of peatophiles out there, this should float your boat. Now it's a dry smokiness. It's like, if you're walking on the peat moor, which you've probably never done, but at this time of year in Islay, they burn the heather on the moors. This allows the grass to grow, which feeds the pheasants and the sheep and all that sort of stuff. And after the fire's gone through and there's this smouldering heather note, that's what you're getting here. You're not getting the iodine of Lafroy, which is brilliant, by the way. This is more dry. It's almost Lagavulin style. Lagavulin is dry. And it's beautiful. And it is robust. Absolutely great. Water just opens it up. But it is for serious people who love heavy peated malt. It's great. Now that touch of water, it just ignites it, my God. This would be really, really good. This heavy peated one with a strong cheese. If you like a single malt after dinner, you think this was a cooking program. If you like a single malt after dinner, serve it with the cheese. Have a strong cheddar cheese and a smoky whiskey. It's absolutely beautiful. Don't have a smoked cheese, have a non-smoked cheese and a smoky whiskey. It just rounds off a meal beautiful. So, peat, it is what it says. It's smoky as hell, with a true Islay character. You get that Islay stormy weather sensation in there. It's powerful, quite aggressive actually. But sometimes you need a little bit of aggression as well. Otherwise it becomes very tame and boring, and Bruichladdich is certainly not tame and boring, as you well know.